Full body tracking has become more accessible than ever, giving you tons of options if you've ever wanted to experience having more than 2 limbs in VR. In this video, I'm going to be going over some of my favorite ways to track your body in VR, and hopefully show you some you might not have heard of, or some you might be interested in. Before we get started, if you enjoy VR content and want to see more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and comment down below what you want to see next. VIVE trackers and TUNDRA trackers are the most popular full body tracking solutions by far, utilizing base stations to achieve sub-millimeter levels of tracking. With the recommended 2 base stations and 3 VIVE trackers, that'll set you back $690, only slightly cheaper than the TUNDRA trackers. While not the cheapest choice on the market, the VIVE trackers have always been a very reliable full body solution, with some of the best results at the consumer level. The need for base stations has left a lot of people uninterested, looking for something more portable. Introducing the VIVE Tracker 4.0, or whatever it's going to end up being called. This full body tracking solution has yet to be released, but might be an upgrade to the current VIVE trackers, equipped with a camera to provide inside-out tracking. This completely eliminates the need for base stations, creating a much more streamlined setup. The price is yet to be revealed, but with the addition of cameras, I'm guessing it'll cost upwards of $200. I'm really excited for us to get more info on this. I know I'm definitely going to be upgrading my VIVE tracker setup. I've just never really been a huge fan of base stations, they've always felt really limiting. Moving on though, in the world of full body tracking, another alternative to base station tracking is IMUs, or inertial measurement units. IMUs are made up of an accelerometer and a gyroscope, and after some calibration are able to track fairly reliably. Some examples of companies that are using this technology for VR are Slime VR, HARITORAX, and even Sony. Slime VR is a company I've been following for a while now, ordering a core set back in September of 2021. I finally ended up receiving them a few months ago, and I've been very happy with them so far. Having started with the VIVE trackers, there was a noticeable drop in tracking quality when switching to Slime trackers, but that was expected. Not having to worry about occlusion or standing the right way is a huge relief, and it really makes me optimistic for the future of full body tracking. If this technology keeps improving like it has been, IMUs may be the more popular of all the full body tracking choices. The prices for Slime VR trackers vary greatly, depending on the tracking quality and the amount of body parts you want to track. I decided to opt for the core set 2 years ago, but looking back, I really regret not going for the enhanced core set. I never realized it, but foot rotation really has a lot to say with immersion, so if you're ever considering buying the core set, I recommend spending $50 more on the enhanced set. HARITORAX is another company working on getting IMU-based full body tracking to the mainstream. They released the HARITORAX and the HARITORAX Wireless, and both of these options work similarly to the Slime trackers. The tracking quality with IMU-based tracking solutions have some noticeable shortcomings when compared to base station tracking, but it's still a fairly young technology, and with improvements made on the software side of things these past few years, I'm still pretty hopeful. The wired variant of the HARITORAX would set you back $300, while the wireless version costs $350. The last company I want to talk about who's working on IMU-based full-body tracking is Sony. I'm sure I'm not the only one who was super surprised when Sony Japan dropped this trailer last year. I mean, out of all the companies, Sony gets into full body tracking. MOCOPI is an IMU-based full body tracking solution you can buy right now for the low price of $450. Now, before you start throwing money at your screen, it's important to note that the tracking quality isn't the best, and comparing it to the HARITORAX or even Slime VR shows crazy amounts of drift. They may be extremely lightweight, but I can confidently say that this kind of performance isn't worth $450. At least not in my opinion. Halfway through recording this, they actually went on sale for $400, so grab them while you can. Moving away from IMU based tracking, we have some cheaper options that have been showing a lot of promise these past few years. MEDIAPIPE is a tool you can use to have full body tracking with just one camera. All you need is a camera, a PC, and a stable internet connection. Now, as expected, the quality isn't going to be the best of the best, but it's still full body tracking. And at basically no cost if you already have a PC and a webcam, it's better than nothing. Within the same vein, we have full body tracking with the Xbox KINECT. I've actually seen this tracking firsthand in VR chat, and it actually works really well, so long as you don't mind standing in one direction and keeping sitting or laying down to a minimum. Finding an Xbox KINECT nowadays is super easy. On Amazon, there's an option to buy a new one for $20, but if that's a little too much for you, after just a few minutes of scrolling on eBay, I found a bunch of KINECTs for under $20, dipping as far down as $8. So if you're looking for a decently reliable full body tracking solution for cheap, consider picking up an Xbox KINECT. Full body tracking has come so far, and with the VR community growing by millions of users a year, the technology is only ever going to get better. It feels like it was only yesterday that I was desperate to get my hands on a set of VIVE trackers, and now whenever I hop on VR chat, it feels like everybody has them. At the end of the day, all full body tracking helps us do is be more expressive in VR, so the more people that start adopting it into their VR setup, the better. That being said, that about wraps up everything I wanted to talk about. If you enjoyed the video, I would really appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe, and comment down below what you'd like to see next. Thanks.